beautiful beings. My name is Raven, and welcome to my sacred space. So, I actually just finished my nightly routine and I was about to go to bed already, but then I just got called to pull some cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle for myself. I just wanted to have a look see of the energies that's coming tomorrow. And after my reading, I just had this immense appreciation for this deck. So what I'm gonna do right now is kind of an appreciation video for this oracle deck. I've had it for quite a while now, and I have been working with it daily with my daily polls, just trying to figure out what what is gonna happen tomorrow, or what do I need to work on today with myself, and just basically all of that, mostly for myself. But of course, when I do my readings, I incorporate this as well, um, because I think this is a very simple oracle card. I'll show you later the cards themselves so that you can see how simple and pure the images are. I just feel like they will resonate to anyone who will use it. It's very simple. And so yeah, okay, let's just go ahead, okay? So this is the book, Hay House, typical hard box, two-part box, okay? In the back it says, we have a sacred destiny. We all do. Because yes, we do. All of us are sent here on this planet, in this 3D world, to fulfill a mission, and it's up to us to figure out what that mission is and what we need to work on. And that's why I'm so grateful for cards like these, because they kind of tap into that inner knowing within us, so that we can actually find out what it is that we need to accomplish during this lifetime. Okay, so okay, that's a box. It has sample cards here. Okay, let's open it up. I'm going to show you the guidebook. So this is the guidebook. It's pretty upfront. Okay, so for example, patience. Okay, so it gives you a black and white image of the card, and then it says patience, dense fog, and then and then it goes on to the description, and then a little note here. Oh, I'm sorry for my band-aid, I cut myself. So a little note here which actually gives you a wisdom, or words of wisdom, or the advice that's coming from the landscape. And what I like about this is because this deck is, I don't know, the guidebook itself is pretty eye-opening in a way, because it tells you more about the history of how she came about with this book. She said, well, Denise, Linn, this is her. Okay, so let's read about her first, okay? I'm sorry, I don't have a plan on what to say, what to mention or anything. I'm just freestyling. So Denise Linn, the best-selling author of 19 books translated into 29 languages, has researched healing traditions from cultures throughout the world. She regularly gives seminars around the planet and appears extensively on international television, radio shows, and that's her website. Okay, so these oracle cards call upon the energy of nature and majesty of our natural world to provide answers to the heartfelt yearnings of your soul. Use these cards on a regular basis and you'll find solace, healing, and wisdom emerging within you. Accurate. Okay? They can even help you decipher secret messages from the universe. I hope that you enjoy this journey, my fellow soul traveler. May your inner oracle awaken, and may the wisdom of the native spirit unfold within your life. You know, for some reason I just feel that she is very authentic. The words that she uses, how she writes, it gets me. Okay, so suffice to say, I've pretty much bonded with the deck. Okay, so in the guidebook, she explains here how in the past, the ancients, the native people would actually rely on nature, like Mother Earth, on landscapes to figure out or to make decisions on mundane things, where are we going fishing today, or I don't know, maybe should we move or should we transfer to a different location? Should the tribe transfer to a different location? And they would consult their shamans, the wise people within their tribes, and they would often look into nature to find cues, if they should move, or things like that, which I think is, if that has been practiced throughout the ages, I mean, why are we stopping now? I mean, for sure technology caught up with us, but that doesn't cancel out our intuition or the things that we have been doing in the past, right? So okay, so going with the guidebook, okay, first page, and then here just other books and oracle cards that she has with Hay House. And then here you have a table of contents, and I love that she has it, although it's pretty easy to find the cards meanings because they're all they're arranged alphabetically anyway. So here, some decks would say a little bit about the author and that it goes directly on the cards. This one actually has more meat in it, I guess. And okay, I'm sorry I had to cut that. A loud vehicle passed by. Anyway, so here, this is the introduction. So it's the same thing. It's the same line that she had on the back. And then she just describes, like what I told you earlier, how, the elders in the tribes would actually use their intuition guided by like Mother Earth, right? And it tells you how to tap into your unconscious, your subconscious, to get some further guidance from the universe. So here, she explains how to use the cards, okay, and then she really gave like a complete instruction on how to prepare. Okay, so you have to clear your space and then center yourself, call spirit, focus your intention, activate the sacred landscape cards. The cards themselves, you have to touch them. Well, you do that anyway with all of the oracle cards and tarot cards that you get, just so that you can imprint or transfer your energy onto the cards. But I love how she actually took the time to explain each one. I mean, for beginners out there, that would be really, really helpful, right? So here, she explains how you should clear the cards in between readings and how to take care of your cards, like putting them in wrapped in silk, but it would actually depend on the card reader. If it depends on their preferences, right? It's the card readers it's the card owner's discretion anyway. So here she explains how you can choose your cards. Okay, so here you should energize your hands and then fill your cards with love. This is like very ceremonial. I love how everything is just very detailed. Okay, because some of the time, most often than not, like if I get a new oracle cards, I would just do the usual. I would cleanse it. I would the transference of energy. I would do that, but the other things, I would usually just skip it. But this one just really kind of like goes in depth on how to bond with your cards. Okay, she says, select the cards. Don't think about it. Work quickly and easily. Your fingers may tingle or feel warm as you near the cards. You're meant to... Where was I? You're meant to turn over. Also, pay attention to any that seem to jump out on their own. There are no accidents. Okay? And then here she goes on detail on how to interpret the cards. Okay? So you have to, the first thing that she says is notice your first feeling, emotion, and sensation. So she's basically telling us to go with our intuition. And that's what I like about oracle card makers, or like authors or creators who, wait, sorry, don't just stay there. I love how oracle, like deck creators, promote us to use our intuition. That's something I really like. Of course, the meanings of the cards, like how she intended the cards to be used, or how the cards mean according to her. Of course, they're in the guidebook, but these are just like your guides. Of course, it's a guidebook, but these are just like your guides, something for you to start off with. But what she's saying is to go straight and follow your gut, follow your intuition. So here she says, look at the cards, be aware of the colors, images, and the words. And the first thing that pops into your mind, that is what the message is. That is what the universe is trying to convey to you, okay? And then afterwards, find a deeper meaning. Okay, if the answers, she says, if the answer doesn't immediately appear when you first look at the card, you might want to look at the secondary explanation written in this guidebook. So that is when she recommends that you go and use the guidebook, okay? And then choose a method. Okay, so the methods are actually the spreads. So here, so how you can use the card. And then here, of course, storing the cards, recharging the cards, placing of the cards. You don't just keep your cards in a shoebox. I'm sorry if anyone's doing that, but treat your card as your cards, your oracle cards, your tarot cards. Treat them as sacred. I really don't use separate pouches for each one. I prefer keeping them in the boxes that they came in, and I keep them in my altar right here where everything is clean and dusted. So that is how I ensure, in my sacred space, this is how I ensure that the cards are well kept, okay? And then here, methods of reading the cards. This is an example of a daily pull. Okay, so you can use it for, like I said earlier, like what do I need to work on today? What's gonna happen? What do I need to know right now? So these are just some of the questions that you can start off with when you're doing your daily pulls. And then you have the 3 card readings, which is card number 1 is what needs to be healed. Card number 2 is how to heal the blockage, and card number 3 is what is the future outcome. Okay. And then here you have the 5 card spread, and this one is pretty interesting because these are messages from yourself, basically. Well, most of them are from yourself, and then the others are from the heavens or the universe and the earth. So the first one is from your higher self. Second one is from the heavens. Third one is from the earth. Fourth is from your ancestors. And then 5 is from your future self. So I think it's a very interesting spread. And then the Tree of Life spread, okay? So this is pretty lengthy. The 4 direction spread, okay, the sacred circle. This is a 1-year spread. So she gives you with a lot of spreads to work on that you can discover on your own. Like if you want to try something new, you can always have that. You have the options to do it here, okay? And then discovering the hidden meanings of your dreams. I love this part because I don't know about you, but whenever of course, we all go to sleep, right? But with me, like every night I would dream. And in the morning, I would usually remember what I had or what the dreams that I had. And in the course of the day, I would eventually forget. But sometimes I still remember them if they're really that prominent. But most often than not, I would remember glimpses or snippets of the dream, and then eventually it fades away. So what she's saying here is, oftentimes we're like, I wonder what my dream means. We always, I'm not sure about you, but sometimes I think, like, what does this dream mean? What is it about? And this, her oracle cards can actually help us tap into the meanings of the dream. So what she's recommending is to like come up with a journal. Okay, so you have to write as soon as you wake up and you find, or if you had a dream that's kind of like perplexing or something that's, I don't know, that's stuck with you or kept you, I don't know, like there's a nagging feeling that there's a message from the dream, just write it down in a journal and then use the cards to try to figure out what it means, and then just keep a record of everything. And then in the future, you can look back and see if your dreams are divinatory in nature, or it's just it's a lovely way to write down to journal. Okay, so here you can discern the message, and then also she talks about coincidences in your life, and I do believe in synchronicities. I think it's a very important thing in our life. I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, I think everything in this life happens for reasons. Sure, there are like favorable fortuities, but most everything is, I feel like everything has been, I don't know, woven into the world's grand design. But oh yes, I also believe that we do have the the power to change our destiny. It's within our we are co-creators in the universe, so to speak. But so there you go. And then so you see, that's a very thick introduction, which I love. And then she goes on to the cards. So an example, abundance, okay? Wildflower wonderland. So she basically describes the card. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me just pull a card and then we can see the meaning together, okay? So I really wanted to give you more of like an in-depth review of the guidebook as well, because I really see the value of this guidebook. I really like it a lot. So these are the backings of the cards. Initially, when I saw this on YouTube from other reviewers, Oracle card reviewers, I wasn't really keen on the backing. I felt as though, I do love the sea, but I don't know, I didn't like it before, but now it has grown to me. Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's some sort of like intricate details on them, which I think is very pretty. I'm sorry for my nails, okay? So, card size, it's pretty normal. Oracle card size. Thickness is pretty okay. For Oracle cards, since I do have small hands, I usually shuffle them this way. Okay. Okay. In the book, I think she recommends the fan spread, and then you could just feel around, and if you feel some tingling sensation in your hand, that's the card that you need to pull. But I don't know, I just go with my usual way or method of selecting cards. Sometimes I take jumpers, sometimes when I feel called to stop, that's when I stop. Okay, let's see if a card will jump out for us. Okay, I'm gonna just take the first one. So we have going forward. Okay, so let's look into the card together and appreciate the landscape. I'm gonna wait for that car to pass by. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, it's like this lush valley. Okay, this is greenery. It's just all green and yellow. Yellow is a sign of happiness. Okay, green is abundance, harvest. Also the color of the heart chakra. So I'm seeing as if like you're being asked to move forward. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, know that there is hope, or happiness is just out there. You just need to start taking that first step, because once you do, everything will just follow. I mean, all of us are sent down here to have our own journeys, right? And we will stay stagnant, or we will stagnate if we don't take that first step. And although this one looks very, very far, we just have to live one day at a time. And the first thing that we need to do is actually take that first step, okay? So here you can see there's just some fog here. This is the first time I'm noticing the fog. So it feels as though like, okay, if coming from where you are, it's kind of like cloudy. Maybe you're confused, but once you start taking that step, and once you start to decide to move forward, that is when everything will how do I say it? Everything will dissipate. Like all confusion and everything will just dissipate, because maybe that is what spirit is trying to tell you. Maybe you are stuck in a situation where, there's nothing that's going to come out of it. Maybe that's it, right? So we're being asked to move forward, and then I see here like the sun is just right behind that tree, and sun is a symbol of happiness, clarity, joy, abundance, and everything. So happiness is just on the other side of a long journey. Okay, I think. So, but let's see the meaning of the card. Okay, going forward. Okay, going forward. Grassy hills. Okay, not valley, hills. Grasses are one of the most abundant families of plants on Earth. From the earliest days of human history, grasses have played an important role in life. We eat grasses. Oat, barley, and wheat are kinds of grasses. We have thatched our roofs with it, fed our animals with it, walked on it, had picnics on it, and made love on it. Ooh. Its matrix of roots prevents erosion, and its lush, rapid growth produces volumes of oxygen. Grasses are one of the world's most significant food sources. Grass, in the past times, has symbolized growth, productiveness, prosperity, new ideas, and fulfillment. Okay, so she goes on with a little bit of description, a little bit of like historical inserts about the image, and then what the actual meaning of the cards. So, the sacred landscape wants you to know when you receive this card, fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfillment are ahead of you. Things are growing and expanding in your life. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, but this card indicates that it is important to not let anything hold you back from increasing the bounty in your life. Step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way and for your highest good. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? I mean, those are very comforting words. That's a very, very good message right there. Okay, so I don't know why. I just feel the need to shuffle. So, okay, let's discuss the cards. So the cards has some kind of like buttery matte feel to it. As you can see, it's not shiny at all. I love matte cards. I do not mind the borders at all because I think this resembles like a picture frame, and I don't know, I think the white borders just make me want to zoom in and focus on the colored part. Okay, and then here it just says going forward. You know, there are no anecdotes, no small no phrases, nothing. And I think that's one way of like training your intuition as well. Cardstock, it's not as bendy, but it's sturdy. I like it. Okay, you can shuffle it easily. I'm addicted to shuffling my cards. Very easy to shuffle. Okay, so I will go ahead with the flip through. Alright, so we're done with the flip through. As you can see, the cards are just gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. They're simple. They incorporated animals, they incorporated landscapes like nature, and just these calming images that are absolutely, I don't know, they absolutely resonate. The keyword, I mean, some of them, yeah, they will make you think like a little bit more, like, but this one, like for example, this one, action. If you see that, waves, okay, it seems like a rain cloud is coming in. Of course, you know, it, I don't know, the energy matches the keywords and the photo, you know. And for some reason, I don't know, I feel as though my aesthetics when it comes to oracle cards varies. Like it depends on my mood or whatever. But sometimes I go for decks that are just like completely packed with different images, like with so many anchors for my intuition to latch onto. But with this one, this is so simple. I just absolutely love it. I love the cards. The energy is gentle, it's comforting, it's like a teacher in a way, and it really helps you dig deep through, I mean, within yourself to find the meanings of the cards. Like each card, it would depend on each person. Like, what is relaxation to you? Okay, what is security for you? Right? But for me, you know, if I see this, okay, security. What I'm seeing is a bonfire inside a cave where there are cave drawings, and security means being away from the wild animals. That's what, at least that's what I'm thinking here, you know? Away from, like maybe during the Neolithic era or during those times. This is like inside the cave. That is when people find some solace from security. That is when the early humans found their homes. And with the fire here, you know, that means that they're not going to freeze to death. And the fire actually scares away animal threats. Stop it, babe. Sorry, my cat. It's just moving the camera holder. Okay. So the fire and the cave itself, those are symbolisms of security for the early humans, you know, and it's just resonating to what she said here. And at least that's how I am receiving the message, okay? Freedom, of course, you know, birds are free. This one is just absolutely speaks to me. Simplicity. It couldn't be any more simpler than that. And it's just a gentle energy to this card. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I just love this deck. I can't say it enough. And here, healing chaos. Okay, so there's a twister, okay? But there are also butterflies, and butterflies are symbolisms of transformation, right? So it means that yes, you know, there's chaos right now, but you're actually healing it. And what will come out of you after? Better, stronger, and more learned version of you. Transformation will occur after chaos, and that's a good thing. Plus I'm seeing like purple, so green, so your heart and your intuition as well. They are the chakras. They're kind of like being activated when you heal chaos. So there, I don't know. That's it. Is there anything else that I would like to say about these cards? Nothing else. I mean, there are so many, like several other Denise, Linn, oracle cards out there, and I think I'm gonna get the other ones, but so far I am enjoying this one very much. I apologize for my nails. I know I have to get them done, and yeah, I cut myself while cooking. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and just chatting about this, one of my favorite oracle cards. And if you decide to get this book, or if you're on the fence whether you want to get this book or not, I would highly recommend that you just go ahead and just purchase it, because it took me a while to do that. I was deciding between this one and the Sacred Traveler one, and I just had a look at the photos and I thought, why don't I just go for simple decks this time? And that's what I did, and I do not regret my decision. So I hope this review has been beneficial for you, and let me know if you decide to get this deck, and tell me if you own it or how it resonates with you, how you connect and bond with your deck. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, today, or wherever you are, or whenever you watch this. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and take care, you guys. See you again soon. Bye.